Hit the lights. It's boner time.
Welcome to Somethin Crunchy, the Valley's #1 comedy entertainment podcast.
Welcome to Somethin Crunchy. I'm Kellen Blake. With me, as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. It's a special episode tonight. Not only is it our 200th, but it's also the 6th annual Crunchies Award Show presentation ceremony. If this is your first Crunchies, we get sloppy drunk at the pre-show party. Tyler slips on his patented crotchless tuxedo, and we debate the best and worst of the year. No one knows the winners with a panel of 3. 2 votes earns you a Crunchie. We have a great show. It gets better every year, and our first category is one of my personal favorites, worst movie to put on during a date. Here are the year's nominees for Boner Killer of the Year. The Four Seasons. It was a limited series, not a movie, but still deserves a spot because many a dates will fall trap to the comedic duo that is Tina Fey and Steve Carell, only to discover it's a somber remake about death, divorce, and getting old. Of the Four Seasons, not one of them was fun date vibes. A Real Pain. They were kind of trying to warn us in the title, but again, this is one where the trailer depicts a funny bro-com with Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg, but it wasn't a playful bro-com. A good movie, but you're looking at a dry date night. Anora won Best Picture at the Oscars, may win Worst Picture while trying to maintain an erection. Angry sex worker with a thick Brooklyn accent fighting for 2 hours with the son of a Russian oligarch. Tale as old as time.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
Blink Twice, basically a movie about billionaire date rape. And Nonas. I have nothing bad to say about Nonas. It's just a very wholesome film. You're not going to be pitching in a tent if you're thinking about your grandmother. And if you are, well, that's the movie we really need to see. Nonas 2. Teeth out.
Oh, no.
We got a good crop here for erection repellent of the year. I mean,
It's a Nora for me.
I honestly agree.
Yeah.
it was offensive to so many of the senses. And if you were trying to even just have it on in the background or focus on it, it's going to really put a dent in the date.
Yeah, it puts a soft in your limber.
You think it's going to be nice and like, oh, okay, something sexy. And then that is just going to be more opposite. Like if you're getting an erection during this, it's more concerning.
So yeah, that is guaranteed not to put a stain on your sundress. Blink Twice. It was too interesting of a movie, even though the premise is pretty dark. I'm leaning towards A Real Pain because I was really excited for that, and that was like billed as like a real funny movie. And
Brocom, yeah. And it was not funny.
Well, it could be perfect because instead of actually watching the movie, you're like, it'd be like way better than this. Bonin.
Yeah.
That's true.
You could totally ignore that.
maybe
movie
it
and
is
be
So
fine.
maybe it is a Nora.
You want to put on that bad movie.
Yeah.
You know what? You talked me into it. Anora
All
takes
right.
the first Crunchie. Wow, it wins Best Picture at the Oscars and then the first award, worst movie to put on during a date at the Crunchies. This is why we love it. A couple years ago, we joked about adding the Michael Fassbender Award, recognizing the juiciest dong in Hollywood. We modified it to acknowledge those displaying extreme dick energy throughout the year, and here are the nominees. Sabrina Carpenter. She's everywhere. If she drops a little fluffy morning fart, we're going to hear about it. Kendrick Lamar won the Drake fight and put an exclamation point on it with a Super Bowl halftime show that was constructed from the ground up to humiliate one person on a global stage.
Glitters.
Jeremy Allen White, still the only guy to make smoking look cool in over 25 years. He's staying busy and doing it with some Jeremy Allen swagger. And Gabby Thomas. If I told you, all in the same room, we had a Harvard grad neurobiologist, an Olympic gold-winning track star, and a supermodel, you'd be looking around saying we are in pretty elite company. As you know, that's all the same person in Gabby. She's got legs and BDE for days.
Yes.
I'm hesitant to do it, but Caitlin Clark is the nominee here. Angel Reese thinks she should run away with this Crunchie, but the one walking the walk is CC. Truly the only reason anyone has even thought about the WNBA, whether you love her or hate her, most are indifferent. She's got more endorsements than Dak Prescott, so there's an argument for her.
Yeah.
She deserves to be on the list.
Her cards are worth more, too.
She deserves a nomination. She doesn't deserve the Crunchie. I think it's Kendrick or Gabby.
I went Sabrina for this as much as I didn't think that I would. When you think overall of this last year, BDE award. I mean, she wore it. Like, she
Does have
deserves
some
it.
BDE.
She takes the stage and does the Eiffel Tower dancing with her dancer. Every single time she comes up with all these different fun moves. I mean, what is it tonight?
That'll be
What?
trending. That'll be trending.
It always is trending. She has worked hard for this award.
Long and hard for this award.
I don't think Sabrina earns the Crunchy. What do you say?
It's Caitlin Clark.
No way.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You're certain Caitlin Clark, you're certain Sabrina, and I'm going like, how is it not Gabby Thomas?
Because it takes a huge dick to save the WNBA, and Caitlin has that huge energy.
She is the big swing and dong of the WNBA right now.
It's
And
so
she doesn't
big.
even have to say anything. Her dick does the talking.
Totally. She's like Milton Bradley or whatever that guy is. That
Everyone hates on her, and she doesn't even,
No.
she's unfazed by it.
Completely.
Are you sold? If he sold you, this is over.
I didn't say that, but
Kendrick,
What would the people
hold
say?
on. Kendrick Lamar is what the people would say. He like was in the biggest feud with the biggest star, won, did it the halftime show.
honestly,
The biggest hit in the country, the one everybody knows he did, and it's a diss track about Drake.
he won Video of the Year, Best Album, Top Hip Hop Artist.
Pulled the guy's ex-girlfriend on stage with him while he did the diss track to a
he did it dirty and won
worldwide
every award.
audience. That is so BDE.
It kind of is. I get it. To be in a feud and come out like that, it's like not only did I win, but I am like sparkling. Like it is a crystal clear win.
Did that do anything for you?
Nothing.
Nothing, not at all, not a drop.
No, Caitlin saved like the jobs of many. Kendrick like killed the job of one.
But who would stand up and be like, I hear?
Man. It's a hell of an argument. That is going to be hard to top. Blair, are you going to cave? I don't want to be the one to cave and give it to Caitlin Clark, but I'm okay with it if you do.
Sabrina would fight it, but Caitlyn would just walk up there with that dick swing and not saying a thing, and
Sounds
she'd
like
win
Blair
it.
sold.
I am.
2 out of 3 went to
Honestly,
Crunchy.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold, Caitlyn.
Wow.
I feel like I'm winning.
You're kind of winning the Crunchies so far. They're never the best, but they're far from the worst. Here are this year's nominees for the No Scroll Kept My Attention Award. The Amateur, Rami Malek, Rachel Brosnahan, action movie with very little action, but well done with a more realistic approach. Heretic, Hugh Grant continuing his comeback tour with another really strong character, and he carried this very dialogue-driven movie. White Lotus, the 3rd season, had lots of what the fuck moments in a strong ensemble. Beetlejuice. Nowhere as good as the original, but better than I was expecting. Didn't see Catherine O'Hara and Willem Dafoe being the standouts. Blink Twice, interesting premise, interesting cast. The Substance. I mean, this had very engaging first and second acts that kind of flew off the rails for me, but certainly kept my attention. And The Residence, a fun whodunit that takes place in the White House that was as complicated as it was charming. Heretic and The Substance kind of stand out to me here.
Samesies.
Okay.
Loved them both for different reasons. And the substance is weird.
I was not prepared for the film to go full Tusk.
It went full Tusk. It did go full Tusk.
No one told me that The Substance was going to go full Tusk.
Yeah. Sharp points.
If you are listening and haven't seen Tusk with Justin Long,
Stop what you're doing.
no, finish the Crunchies.
Oh, well.
But tonight, pour yourself a nice glass of whatever and watch some Tusk.
You're
enjoy.
just gonna love it.
It's
No,
a-
just when I didn't think anything could be out tusked, it came to Substance.
here
And
comes
it's
the
like,
third act of The Substance.
They were like, I see you and I raise you.
It's true.
And it delivered. I mean, it's
With a better ending,
Substance.
this would have been probably in a different category. But here it is on the No Scroll Kept My Attention award list. And it's a pretty strong choice. But Heretic was like, that kept me in it from beginning to end. And I did like the way it ended. I know that's your choice. You're going Heretic with Hugh Grant.
Yeah, that's my vote.
That's your vote.
I loved
that
his.
surprisingly kept my attention for sure.
Yeah, just the whole thing about religion and all that. And
Yeah.
his acting was so great; it kept me into it. And then
Yes.
about a quarter, maybe halfway through the movie, it was totally predictable. But because it was, and I knew how they were going to go down. I wanted to see how he was going to use religion to explain it, and that's like what really kept me into it.
It was a good payoff,
You got
too.
a conclusion. I was so happy for you, and because you're like, I like it, I want to like it. It's like, I
Come
know.
on, have an ending.
It all depends
Anything
on
will
this
do.
ending for Tyler, or else it's like gone.
See, and that was the like deal breaker for the substance with me. Like,
Yeah, just
I was really
end
into it
it.
until
Well-
it got weird.
Okay, well, speaking of a good ending, though, White Lotus, it did keep my attention all season. I absolutely
stayed in
loved
it.
it. Could have done without like the brotherly love. That was a little interesting for me, and not what I was imagining when I heard there was a Schwarzenegger handy. But
Yeah.
still, definitely no scroll, and I was watching the whole time. So,
Yeah, there was a lot of what the fuck is going on right now.
oh man, and like Walton Goggins. Enough said.
You think he's not nominated for a Crunchy
Oh yeah,
this evening,
I'll
Blair?
say like we'll get to that later.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
So that's a good argument for the White Lotus.
Yeah.
And I think Minnie would agree with you. The Amateur was good too. I saw that in the theater. I liked it. It could have been better. They were going for more of a realistic thing, but with an action movie, all it does is kind of make it more boring.
The Residents, I actually do agree. I feel like this should absolutely be on this list. I don't really care for a big ol' whodunit.
I think my vote is the
But
substance.
I watched the whole way through, and yeah, it's the substance.
It's the substance.
Do you think it's like Demi and
it's just,
Margaret, and it's like, oh,
It unquestionably
my God.
kept my attention.
That's
and
what this No Scroll's about.
no scroll.
Award.
It's hard not to scroll. Let's shift to real world, but stay with keeping our attention and discuss the best off-screen drama. It ends with us stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Thick drama.
Yeah,
it
still
got
going.
Ryan Reynolds involved, Anna Kendrick, everyone suing each other. Fascinating. We got all the Beyonce conspiracies, where the industry has to publicly worship her or face consequences. There's plenty to support that argument.
Yeah, it's weird.
Kendrick and Drake saw the ultimate diss track performed live at the Super Beef halftime show. The Dallas Mavericks traded away Luka. Shocked the association. Then wins the lottery for the first pick in the draft with only a 1.8% chance. Holy shit. You can't write that.
That's
like,
amazing.
it made everybody go, this shit is rigged, because that is like right
Impossible.
out of a movie. It's not impossible. It's 1.8% chance possible. And the Diddy trial. This is just getting started, and we all know it's going to get totally nuclear.
I think it's pretty. There's a lot of shit that went down, but the Diddy trial it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh,
And people have fucking burned for less. So I want to see where this goes.
It's Diddy trial. It's already Diddy trial, and what it's going to be
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
is it's
it's a slippery slope, but I'm
nuclear
here to see
implosion
unwrap
in
all
the
of
earth.
it.
Honorable mention for that movie theater that collapsed during a screening of the Final Destination Bloodline
Yeah,
in
that was
Argentina,
crazy.
though. You were
Marketing
telling me
team
about
could
that the
not
other day.
write a better situation for
Shitting
that.
me?
Oh
That's
my
amazing.
God.
Imagine there-
Argentina. I hope everyone was okay during that, but like, my God.
You're sitting there during
Incredible.
some Final Destination 6, which is probably a big deal in Argentina.
The new IMAX? Holy shit, this is so realistic.
This one should be harder to determine. Here are the nominees for the Cringe Award. Katy Perry and the Space Cadets. That's a mile-high cringe. JoJo Siwa and everything she does.
Ever.
Full syringe of cringe. The Last of Us. I'm going to be a dad scene in particular. The Elon Salute. Holy cringe.
Holy cringe.
And Ray Gun at the Olympics. This took place after the last Crunchies. Has to be in consideration a little international cringe. That cringe was worldwide.
Oh. All right. Well, Katy Perry, I mean, that
It's
speaks for
so
itself. JoJo Siwa, there's a couple things why she deserves to be here. Many would agree she's been a bit cringe lately. She just is talking too much about rant. She said that she invented gay pop and
Yeah.
did all these things where it's like, be gay, love pop, and do what you want, but do not claim to be the first to do all these things when you know who's
She's
come before
unquestionably
you.
the cringiest person on this list. But will she take home the Cringe Award for the year? Because that Katy Perry.
Yeah, it's just more of an incident-related
Yeah.
award. So
was.
Katy Perry really screwed the pooch on that one, and she might not ever.
But it wasn't just
Even Orlando
Katy Perry.
Bloom's
It
like,
was
I'm kind of over it, to be honest.
It was the whole thing,
Yeah.
the door opening when it shouldn't have. Like the whole thing was weird.
It's all staged. It's all fake.
I just hated the like photo op, the stupid pictures with the flowers and the stupid faces she was making, and like all she cared about was the pictures and not the experience.
Like they were missing the mark on what that was
like,
supposed
that
to
was
be
just
about.
stupid.
My pick is for Elon. How do you come back from that? But
That's
yeah,
Salute. It's like, how do you not know doing such a strong hand like
I mean,
that?
I saw that 1,000 times and was like, I really don't believe that's what he was like intentionally trying to do. I think that was just a passionate gesture.
I take my heart and
And
throw it.
he's
You're throwing
he's-
like a baseball. You
He's
don't
foreign.
straight
He's
up-
kind of weird,
an act of passion up there.
but
He's even closer to Germany. Should know all these things. Come
Yeah.
on.
there's just certain things you don't do, and like that's one of them. Accidental or otherwise.
Yes.
And when you are
Especially not on
in the
stage.
spotlight the way he is, I mean, that guy has a
He's
room full of
vocal.
publicists that
Yeah.
follow him around all day
you
long to
imagine
make
when
sure
they
he
saw
doesn't
that,
do
they're
dumb
like, "Oh,
shit. And they're like, and I quit.
We're fucked.
Do you think they're back there going, "Oh fuck, we're all screwed," or they're back there going,
Excellent.
No.
we got something to do now.
I'm going to be busy.
"We got jobs for 10 years"?
I see why you say that. I cringed harder at Katy Perry for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why the Nazi salute wasn't the cringiest thing for me.
Reagan?
It should be. should
Reagan's
be.
more of like a disappointment for everyone who
No,
loves hip hop
I
dance.
just didn't take her seriously. I thought that was just like dumb. That,
Just like even okay, so we have an 8-year-old child who does hip hop dance that could have smoked Reagan.
if you saw
disappointment.
that performance at like a weird little neighborhood get
You'd be like,
together
"Oh,
dance
okay."
competition, you'd be like, yeah. Okay.
Connie's drunk again.
Yeah.
Okay, Connie.
And who else is gonna next? Because I know that's gonna get
You
beat.
did great.
But that was the Olympics, like the Olympics.
You sent your best.
Well, there's people out there that are like, okay, what is a sport that we don't have a team for? And then I'm just going to go out for that. So
Cool
that I
Runnings.
can, pretty much, yeah. She's Cool Runnings of hip hop dance, breakdancing.
That's the movie. that needs to
Australia
be
is
made.
cringing for Reagan, but for America, it's like, oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was she
bless
Canadian?
her heart. Well, she was
Australian.
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 Yeah.
Same thing.
Australians like we have better representation.
I'm KP. He's Elon. Where are you at?
Cringe Award. It's Katie.
That's a good pick. That's
It's a
solid.
good pick.
It just
Stand
is.
behind it.
It just is.
We all feel good about it.
It is.
Elon is more than cringe.
Wow. Yeah,
There's
that hurt.
that's a whole different
Yeah,
award.
we need to watch. We need to
That was
skip
hard to
it.
watch.
There's a lot of words I could fit in.
Tyler, did you take your magic mind today?
Sure shit.
Did you find your flow?
I'm in my chi right now. I'm flowing, bro.
You're not the only one, brother. They get testimonials all the time saying what we do. Justin Kahn, the founder of Twitch, said, I'm pretty ADD. It's hard for me to sit down and focus, and Magic Mind has helped me get uninterrupted blocks of focus time and get in the zone easier. Couldn't have said it better. Biz Stone, one of the founders of Twitter, said Magic Mind is motivation in a bottle for me. It's hands down the best tool for helping me get into a deep creative flow state. You get that energized, focused feeling, but there's no crash later, there's no caffeine, only clean ingredients. A lot of companies are quick to say they use clean ingredients, but Magic Mind backs that up with their mission to only use the world's best suppliers, and still, every ingredient goes through vigorous testing. You can subscribe and try these mental performance shots for free, only paying shipping for a 3-bottle pack. Cancel anytime thereafter. It's a no-brainer to get 3 for free. Just go to magicmind.com/something trial, no G. Check it out and don't miss out on trying Magic Mind for less at magicmind.com/something trial. Let's start getting into the categories unique to the Crunchies, our most coveted awards. We add a new category every year, and this year's new addition is the Solar Award for clean energy. Many comics use performance-enhancing schneef or do their best with 10 beers in them, which we love, but it's also important to acknowledge those who are going full tilt while only using that clean energy. First up, Pete Holmes. Asterisk by Pete because he'll randomly trip balls with you, but he's still qualified. Casey Rocket. Robin Williams energy while completely sober, it's incredible. Joe List. Staying busy with the pod, always on tour, parties with the biggest drinkers in comedy, and maintains his sobriety. Theo Vaughn, my favorite type of weed, cocaine. And Tim Dillon, always that raw energy, full tilt, and sober. Honorable mentions for Steve-O, Jay Muse, and Sean Weiss. Nucci Bucci's to all three of you guys for another year of sobriety. But Who's taking home the Crunchy tonight? I'm leaning towards Casey Rocket.
I agree. I have Casey Rocket. He's got that energy that makes you feel high when you're not high. You don't need a damn thing.
I couldn't say it better. You feel like you're on drugs watching him, and there's no drugs
It's
involved.
a high and a hug without having to do anything but listen. And
It's a
great.
high and a hug.
It is a high and a hug.
Pretty good, Blair.
Well put, Blair.
Pretty good, Blair.
Pretty good, but what do you got to say?
Well, Mortal Kombat is a very good game. It's the Rat King. It's Theo Vaughn.
Theo.
Yeah. Like, I love Casey Rocket. He's, I think, one of my favorite comics right now, but the Rat King is much, much bigger.
He lives this
This has
all
been,
at all times.
and he's taken it to the very top of the mountain. Like,
Yeah, that is
Casey's-
true. Casey's working his way up the hill,
Yeah.
and Theo's there.
Yeah, he's on the
I
top giving
agree.
advice now.
Agree.
Man,
That's hard to.
so just for status alone, he's going to take it away from Casey.
It's the first year of the award. I feel like the status winner should.
Casey will be back, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's not.
rookie.
This
You know-
isn't his last time getting nominated for this award.
Here's my argument for giving it to Theo. If we were going to give it to Casey, we need to call him so he could accept it.
Yeah.
He needs to. He's one we could have
That's
accept
true.
his
That
Crunchy.
is true. But he is on his way.
Casey, you won the Solar Award for clean energy. Get in here, buddy.
Get in, come over, come pick the shit up. It's heavy.
All right, that's good. Theo, I'm in. Last year, we added one of our new favorite categories, the Walter White Award for good chemistry. Love that award.
Such a great award.
Good job.
Good job.
Wicked. Cynthia and Ariana, not my cup of tea, but I get why they did well, and they certainly are talented singers. The cast of Conclave. What an ensemble. And find me three better actors than John Lithgow, Ray Fiennes, and the Tooch.
So good.
Ben Affleck and John Barenthal playing the brothers in the Accountant franchise. John carried that second one. Willem Dafoe and Catherine O'Hara, B2.
Yeah.
They crushed it in that. And Giggly Squad. Got some up-and-comers on the list here.
It's Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo from Summer House, and they've been doing comedy, and now they're doing a podcast tour, and they are very funny together. They're funny separately, but together is their
They're
strength.
better.
Their chemistry is their strong suit.
I don't think that they deserve to win this list.
But they deserve the nod.
They do. I mean, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, when they even started their interview process and all of this for Wicked, I mean, their body language, their affection to each other, it was just so many nails and hands and finger and just like, oh, I just love you, but are you okay during this interview? Did you find that hilarious? I did too. And just
That did go far beyond just making the movie because the marketing for that was insane. So you did see them at every
they were
award show and all
every
those
5
red carpets.
minutes, hugging each other at a new interview, looking out for each other a whole.
They're
duet,
also likely
so.
to work again together. Isn't there a sequel?
There's
Gotta
a
be.
second movie coming out
It
later.
made money. You know there's going to
It's
be
later
a sequel.
this year.
That's true.
A new trailer just dropped for
Yeah.
part 2 of Wicked.
They're
So
my
they're
vote, but for a
continuing.
different reason.
For me, it's Conclave, but I could respect the vote. What's your reason?
I mean, talk about good chemistry. They were both created in the same lab.
They were.
They are two creations
In the
that are
same,
non-human.
Well,
Both
came,
of them.
She came from the Disney lab, right?
Grande?
Grande.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo has actually done a lot of fun projects that we're just now seeing more from her, which is great.
She does have a good voice.
She has a great voice, and she's a powerful singer, but great actress, and it is actually sweet. Ariana Grande has kind of like gone through the ringer with Mac Miller and all these emotional things. I mean, look at her. She's half the size than she was before. Actually,
Yeah.
both of them are half the size they were before starting Wicked,
Small.
so a little concerning, but they are my vote for the Walter White Award for good chemistry, nonetheless.
I'm okay with that. And that was your vote too?
That's my vote.
All right, well, 2 out of 3. Good on them.
See, they would hug and love each other so much over winning this award.
Neither one of them could hold the Crunchies.
Yeah, it's obviously too heavy.
Way too much.
Let's discuss the Ryan Murphy Award. The ones who are always working and have like 5 projects going on at any given time. Here are the nominations.
Love it.
Taylor Sheridan. He's all over the place. Half of FX is Taylor Sheridan.
True.
Taylor
Eight
shows.
in all of AMC. Taylor Swift, the other Taylor. Jelly Roll, Timothy Chalamet, and Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy is up for
He's
the
back.
Ryan Murphy
As he
Award.
should. It was
He's
a big
busy
year.
as shit.
He
There's a
is.
reason it's called the Ryan Murphy Award. Taylor Sheridan for me. He's just that guy has a show out, a show coming out, a show streaming, and a show that's like going to be coming out soon.
But when you look at what Ryan Murphy has done, Grotesquerie, Dr. Odyssey, Mid-Century Modern, Monster, American Horror Story, and 1,000 more projects that are still coming out this year,
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy deserves
True.
the Ryan Murphy
Pretty good.
Award. You can't out Ryan Murphy this year.
He's working.
Not with what he's done.
I think it's Timothy Chalamet. Everything with the big
Honestly?
budget has Timothy Chalamet in it, and he's
Yeah.
also boning Kylie Jenner. So you know
Oh.
he's got some like
Man.
Oscar award-winning porn
Mic
stashed away
drop.
to like relight his fire when the shit goes stale.
Oh.
Dude is all over everything. He's in
Bob
every
Dylan,
big show.
Biopic. I mean, there's
Dune.
Like, Dune. There's so
It's got a
many.
budget. It's got a Chalamet.
That's true. He is everywhere. Yeah, I don't hate that.
This is a tough one.
It's tough.
It really is.
So it's
because
between
all those
Ryan
are
Murphy
huge.
and Timothy Chalamet. Blair, who's taking home the Crunchy?
Ryan Murphy has got it hands down for me.
Give it to him.
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy wins the Ryan Murphy Award.
If Timothy Chalamet drops that porn next year, he'll win next
Yeah,
year.
we'll wait for the video, but until then, like, I'm not sold yet.
And I would pay to see that.
Many would.
Ooh. Among our favorites, recognizing the year's most attractive person in the industry, here are the nominees for the Steve Zahn Award. Ella Purnell, Fallout and Yellow Jackets. Pedro Pascal, everywhere. He should have been up for the Ryan Murphy Award. We're going to
True.
put him in the Steve Zahn Award. Margaret Qualley. A lot of people would say she's going to run away with this thing. I don't know. Walton Coggins, here's where he comes to play. Guys,
Amazing.
Steve Zahn hot.
He's so hot right now.
Let's throw in Lisa.
From White Lotus
Oh, yeah.
and K-pop Queen and all the things.
Ooh, yeah.
She's hot.
Yes.
Had to sit down with the Crunchtastic R&D department this year and said, look, I know every year Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney makes it in this category. I get it. I totally understand. I'm the first one that would say Ana de Armas wins this award every year. However, we need a year where they're not in it. So they're no longer in it.
It's true.
On
But,
the
like,
fringe.
Euphoria comes out next year. Like, we'll see you
You can't host
2026.
SNL every Saturday.
Yeah, right? Before either of those, I'd give it to Gal Gadot. Because Snow White, they tried making her the Wicked Witch, envious of Snow White's beauty.
What do you have to be envious?
That was the ultimate backfire. Are you kidding me? She's 40 and still hard to beat. So I'd put her in, at least for the nominee. My pick is going to be Margaret or Walton.
I have Walton
Uncle
as my top
Walty.
pick.
Mhm.
So
Walton.
hot.
It's
Deserves
so hot
the
right
Steve
now.
Zahn Award. This is what this award is about.
He's like an old pair of bell bottoms.
This
It's
is
like-
why this
came back
award
in
is
style.
here.
Just-
He was all over the place, and everywhere he was hot. White Lotus, hot.
Fallout,
Righteous Gemstones,
hot.
Fallout, hot.
He's
Everything.
everywhere you want to be, too.
Yeah,
Like, he-
commercials for some bullshit
That
you don't even
smile
want.
is
The best commercial on
sparkling.
TV.
It is. That's right.
Where he's like swinging on the bar with his shirt off.
He's got the
Yes.
goggles.
Yeah.
Walton's,
Yes.
Walton's goggins.
Walton's goggles.
I mean, it is tough because Lisa's like drop dead gorgeous and very difficult to beat.
So
if
is
it wasn't
Margaret.
for Walton Goggins.
But she's not Steve Zahn hot.
She's not Steve.
No, Walton Goggins.
Very few
Yeah.
are Steve Zahn hot.
You know I'm passionate about this award, so I feel
True.
like my vote gets like an extra count
Mm,
because
two.
of my passion.
Three
But I
times.
do feel like it's Walton all day.
give it to him. Let's move on to the Miles Teller Award, the most talked about person organically brought up on the podcast over the last year. We have Diddy, Hawk Tuah, Chris Farley, Hunter S. Thompson, and TJ Miller, who also made an appearance himself. A lot of guests like talking about TJ. He comes up organically a lot. It's weird. We had two post-mortem nominees in Chris Farley and Hunter S. Thompson.
They do deserve to be there, though.
Hunter S. Thompson, we talked about him with Jeremy Piven, Casey Rocket.
Yep.
Casey Rocket has a tattoo of Hunter S. Thompson. But Chris Farley, he was brought up in Jeremy Piven and Sean Weiss. And I mean, we've talked about Chris Farley multiple times. We had Chris Farley's brother on.
Yeah, with Kevin.
Like,
It was also the SNL 50. He was brought up a lot. It's hard not to think of Chris Farley this year.
I think Chris Farley's taking the Miles Teller Award this year. And he deserves it. I love Chris Farley.
You do.
Miss
This,
him.
this one's like for the sweet ones. Like
Well, while we're staying sentimental, let's honor those most deserving of a Hollywood comeback, which we have appropriately named the Rick Moranis Award. Here are this year's nominees: Lindsay Lohan, Joshua Jackson, Edward Furlong, Macaulay Culkin, some would argue shouldn't even be on here, and Gina Davis. Most people would argue she shouldn't be on here. I don't know.
I have so much to say. First off, this award was for the comeback award, the Rick Moranis, because we needed him. And what do we get? A sequel for Spaceballs.
We do get a sequel for Spaceballs. He is confirmed a part of it, right?
He is confirmed.
Mel Brooks is 98 years old,
And will
he's
be
going to play
reprising his role.
Yeah.
Yogurt.
I'm so excited.
The Schwartz.
So that's why this category is powerful.
It is.
It is powerful.
No, okay, so Macaulay Culkin. Okay,
No, it's Rick
Kieran has been going hard on everything.
He has.
So Macaulay, I would love to see come back. What if we had like a Good Son sequel or just something?
I just think he should be
Tim
getting
come
more
back.
projects, be getting into it, and be
He's
considered
living
for
dad
things.
life and living family life. I'm
I
so
get it.
happy for him.
I get it.
He doesn't need to.
I'm
do
bored
a
with him
damn
doing
thing.
that, though.
But we miss you, Macaulay.
That's the spirit of the Rick Moranis Award.
That is exactly
I could
what
get
this
behind
is about.
that.
It's because we want you more.
Dude, there's one other guy on that list that I think if we could get him back would be the quickest to being an Oscar award winner, and that's Edward Furlong.
Damn right.
I think that dude can act his way out of anything
Agreed.
and into anything. And
He's
he
awesome.
is
Talented guy.
He's very
You
talented.
give him one good role,
Oh,
and he
man.
is all the way back.
Delivered. Gina Davis has been working her ass off.
She was like the assistant in Blink Twice.
Okay.
That was the only thing you've seen Gina Davis in since Glow 4 years ago.
She was tits out and glow.
She was tits out
She,
in
like,
Glow.
went hard
and
for
we
that.
love that.
That's cool.
And she had to go tits out in the third
I
season of
appreciated
Glow
that
as
for
a small
Gina.
character just to get some work. So for that reason, I'm out. Yeah, it's Macaulay. You had me sold. That
It's
was
Macaulay.
No, you were
Done.
You came in ready to defend him,
Ready.
and you had me sold.
Did it.
Next up, we have the Will Smith Award for projects that really slacked this year.
That's the word gets me every time.
That SNL movie was awesome. I loved that Saturday Night Live movie. That hit
Loved
the
it.
spot for me. It did slap. The Accountant 2, not as good as the first. And Ben Affleck did the character a little more quirky than he should have. Still slapped.
Still sloppy.
Gladiator 2 didn't disappoint. Slap City. Landman, awesome.
Yeah.
And Severance. Those are probably the two best series out
yeah.
this year.
There were
Both
many
slappy.
that would fight for that being extra sloppy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Landman-
SNL all day, though. I can tell you.
It was really good. Landman slapped so hard, though, I almost subscribed to Paramount Plus.
There was a lot that almost subscribed just for Landman, who saw a 2-second
People
clip.
have. Like, that's a...
You showed me some Billy Bob Thornton, Jerry Jones. I'm like, but what is going on over here?
It's
I
one
need
thing
to know.
rent a movie or to like splurge on like a little something, pay for a little something on Prime
I
on a Friday
wonder how
night.
many actually
But to
subscribe
get it-
just because Landman.
Yeah.
But to actually, what is it? Peacock? Paramount.
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 Yeah.
I
Is it
know
Paramount?
because it's one we don't have.
It's the one we don't have. Whatever it is, it's the one we
It's
don't
the one we don't have. Yeah, for me, it's Saturday Night Live or Landman.
That's SNL for me.
You like that Saturday Night Live
It's
movie too?
SNL seeing so many of the story of the first episode and so many of
All the people
their,
involved, all the people that were supposed to be in it that
audition
weren't,
tapes,
Billy Crystal and all those guys.
hearing the behind the scenes stories and seeing all that.
I'll give it to that.
Well, I'm Landman and she's SNL, so you're the
Ooh,
Ooh, I
you're
like
the
it.
deciding boot.
You choose.
tough. That's tough. It's Landman, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. All right.
tough. Slappiest project of the year. Equally as important, let's discuss comedy series of the year. Here are the nominees. Tires, Netflix. When it shines, it pours. Stick on Apple. The Studio on Apple. Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts, Netflix. The Righteous Gemstones on HBO. And Shoresy. Ooh, it was a good season of Shoresy. I did enjoy that. Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts. Didn't know what to expect. It wasn't that. It was raunchy and delightful.
It was a great beginning.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great, and it's just starting.
Yeah. And Righteous
Um,
Gemstones was coming to an end.
Stick. Can't wait to see more of Stick.
Interested.
Very interested to keep going with Stick. But Tires has had 2 seasons. In the second one, it really found its footing. Those 12 episodes were a big improvement over the first 6. I think it's Shane and Tires.
It's easy. Shane, Tires.
Oh, same. Tires. You have,
Wow,
you
is
have
this our
Big J,
first
you have-
unanimous one?
Yeah.
Nice. About time.
No, it's Tires. You have Big J, all the comedians they brought in, Thomas Hayden Church sold it. I had actual
Vince Vaughn.
laugh out loud moments.
Yeah.
There was cameos from Ron White, Vince Vaughn. So good. Season 2 went hard. It deserves to win.
I love Steve Gerben after this.
He's great.
He
Agreed.
is so
Love it.
fucking funny, just being himself. And he says Shane like 300 times
Yeah.
an
You
episode.
get his
and
appeal.
I didn't get it the first 6 episodes. Like
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
didn't either.
okay, like he's good at what he's doing. I
He's
don't,
the character he needs to play.
yeah, I don't know if there's somebody that wouldn't do that better than him, but now
It gets
that I've seen
deeper
it again,
season
Yeah.
two
I
of that.
love this dude. I think he's absolutely hilarious, and I know now that he's a stand-up comic. I didn't know that before.
You're more into it.
I'm way more into it.
Tires.
Tired.
Yeah.
It's tired.
Oh, I'm pumped about that. Well, the best has yet to come, at least we hope so, when discussing our next award, which is the most anticipated of the year, what we're most excited about that hasn't come out yet. And the nominees are Starship Troopers remake, Him, Jordan Peele's new movie with Marlon Wayans, Happy Gilmore 2 coming out next month on Netflix, Monster, Ed Gein with Charlie Hunnam, and that new John Madden movie with Nick Cage and Christian Bale.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Michael, a new Michael Jackson movie coming out as well. All highly anticipated. I'm pumped about a bunch of these, especially that Starship Troopers one. Holy shit. That one right now is all potential. That Him trailer, that already slaps.
Yeah.
And Marlon Wayans,
Looks
we
good.
know he can handle that role.
Oh, he'll
Oh, yeah.
deliver.
He will deliver. I think Happy Gilmore is going to disappoint. I think it'll touch a little nostalgia here and there, but as a full movie beginning to end, it'll be all right. That Ed Gein, I bet on that being good. But I think Him is the safest bet.
It's Happy too for me.
Happy too?
And I'm
Of
gonna make sure
course.
it slaps.
Yeah.
I'm putting together like a full-on experience around Happy too.
Paw on one cheek and sure enough PPY right there in the other. I'm disappointed they didn't go with our sequel idea because
I know.
I still think our concept was better than what they did.
Agree. I have high love for this. I have low expectations.
I think that we might have spoke that into existence too because of how popular our shit was on TikTok.
That one did go wild
Explode.
on TikTok.
Just before they started coming up with like a script.
Our synthetic sequel just
I
busted
don't
through.
know. Wishful thinking.
Wishful.
Okay, Happy
Like it.
Gilmore 2, a lot of people are going to be excited about. A lot of people will go see all the
But
Gold
what are
Buddies.
you most excited about?
Okay.
Blair?
Do you think I'm not going to see a new Marlon Wayans?
It's-
Oh my God, it's him.
It's him.
I cannot wait for him. I'm a sucker for any Wayans. Let's be honest.
Let's move on. Here are the nominations for the year's biggest disappointments, taking us on a real flop-tastic voyage. The Crow, remake with Andrew Skarsgård. Big hype, big flop. The final season of Handmaid's Tale. Although the ending was done exactly the way the book was written, I still didn't care for it. They ended it the exact same way the last 3 seasons. I'm going to stay and look for my daughter. This time she's just doing it without her husband or her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Blessed be the flop.
Yeah.
Season 2, 9 Perfect Strangers, wasteful writing for one of the best ensembles of the year. That cast slaps.
Yes.
But the writing is in steep decline from the first season, and it's just a poor depiction of what taking psilocybin feels like, too. Just a real missed opportunity all around. Snow White, the universal hatred
Oh,
for this. I mean, at least it brought everyone together. It had that going for it.
there was agreement.
Everybody hated it.
God, whistle while you flop. Joker 2, the musical with Lady Gaga, little flop of horrors. That was rough.
That came out?
That came out and
Wow.
did
Exactly.
horrible. We asked AI about this too, and it said Avatar flopped. So like that's hasn't even come out yet. So
They're
that
just preemptively
Yeah, no,
flopping
like,
it
that's
for
out on
next year.
pre-flop.
By the way, next year's Crunchies, go ahead and flop Avatar all over it.
for me it's Joker 2, hands down.
It's Snow White for me.
I was gonna say there's nothing I've ever seen happen.
Don't hate that.
Like Snow White. Snow White was doomed like from the start.
It was.
There was.
You do not like that Rachel Ziegler.
No.
Man,
Is that her name?
she polarized people incredibly. So people chose not to have anything to do with that movie.
Yeah. It flopped so hard, she ended the woke movement in entertainment.
It was wild.
No more woke movies after that.
You think?
Like
I
that
bet
movie
you.
just disappeared.
We're
from
going back to
people's
sleep?
minds.
We're going back to
That put us back in hibernation?
Yep.
Although I do agree, Nine Perfect Strangers, I saw season 1 and I was like, holy
Awesome.
shit.
So cool.
Season 2, I see episode 1, I'm like, oh my god, I love these people, great cast, can't wait to see what happens.
Annie
And then-
Murphy, Harry Golding.
Yeah, it started to
Christine
get pretty
Baranski.
floppy. I know, all my favorites. Literally, all my favorites. That
Such
you
a
just
waste
said.
of an awesome ensemble.
You know, I always want Christine Baranski on the top of my list, but not on the flop of the year list.
Is that the Waste Management Award for next year for the biggest wasted ensemble?
Wasted ensemble. The waste finish.
Write that down. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
So you guys are both going Snow White?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That brought people together to hate
It did.
something like I've never seen.
The universal hatred was real.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Award winning. Award winning hate.
I want to switch gears. Let's discuss potentially hottest celebrity sex tape. The celebrity sex tapes we want are never the ones we get. Let's debate which famous couples would make for the best cast in a mattress movie.
Love this.
Billy Ray Cyrus and Elizabeth Hurley. Watch it. Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper. Blair would watch it. Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. Everyone's watching
We're
it.
watching.
Kylie Jenner and Timothy Dune Shalowitz. And we just heard about Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas. I am both intrigued and disgusted. And there's also a rumor about Johnny Depp and Jenna Ortega.
Oh,
I'm even more disturbed.
No.
That's like
yeah,
a
I don't know
weird.
if this is true
That is
or
like
not,
an uncle niece relationship.
bunch of like dead eyes sexing into each other. Like, that's, like,
just
a
having
lot.
weird Tim Burton sex in the corner.
all dark and heavily breathing. I mean, I'm also here for it, but like
with face
whoa.
paint on.
I get why Johnny Depp would have an infatuation with Jenna Ortega.
Of
Totally.
course.
And like, come over,
Totally.
be my Wednesday Addams.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get dark.
Let's get
Let's draw the blinds. Never see the
Tim
sun
Burton
again.
sitting in the corner, no worries.
Yeah.
do smoke cigarettes.
And drink Vino.
No, okay, so Billy Ray Cyrus and Elizabeth Hurley, if they would get so messy, I'm here for every second of it.
Yeah.
She's 63 years old and only getting hot.
She's getting hotter every second. He's dying to be a part of her hotness in anybody's world. So, I mean, he'll do anything
He's
it
so
takes.
cool, though.
He is cool. Don't make him out to be Billy Ray Desperate.
Stop.
Yeah.
He is Billy Ray Desperate.
He's
And it is a thing. Ask it, everyone.
You're making him out to be Billy Ray Thirsty, and he's
His
Billy Ray
children
Cyrus.
are like, you need to Billy Ray stay out of this because he's inserted himself into the Hurley. It's actually the best thing he could have done for him. Probably not for like the family situation.
Would we be talking about Billy Ray Cyrus? Would he be up for a crunchy tonight otherwise?
Honestly,
No.
he's like winning my potential hottest celebrity sex tape award.
That is who-
Elizabeth Hurley? Are you joking?
You didn't see him? Like, he just fucking shit the bed so hard on stage at that last live performance.
Oh
that,
yeah,
like, he's never
that's the hot
coming
mess
back.
I'm looking for
Yeah?
in the bedroom.
Ooh.
That's what Blair
Sloppy,
who really gets her going.
messy.
She likes a little sloppy toppy.
Oh, Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper, beautiful but vanilla as fuck. And
Yeah.
so is Kylie Jenner and Timothy. You
You're
can't tell me
right.
that's fucking exciting.
That would not be
It's
very
not.
exciting.
It's not. Benny
No.
Blanco and Selena, I would see her dominate him all day
I
long.
think he's the black
She
sheep.
would ride
I think,
that.
Yeah, he's going to be like hung from the ceiling like a
Oh,
chandelier.
yeah. She'd be like, fucking
No way,
ride,
Selena,
bitch.
get me down!
Oh, yeah. He's flying, whipping around, doing whatever she
I
says.
feel like he's not telling everybody that his dad's Ron Jeremy, and he's like
I was going to say,
Sonic the Hedgehog Jr.
he
I bet
for
he
sure
is, honestly.
has 14 inches of fun down
Yeah.
there.
But he would also he's a giver.
He is.
He's going
He's
to
a giver.
get, Selena will be like, okay.
Gonna give her all
I haven't
14
had, you
inches.
want to give? Let's do it. And she'll like,
She's
So
a
you're
Tell
saying
him
he's a
what to
generous
do.
lover.
oh, I bet so.
Would that translate
He's a
on film?
caretaker.
Would you want to see that mattress movie?
He's a producer. He likes to make things.
I'd get in that bear den. Yeah.
Ana de Armas. I'd watch her
No.
do anything except Tom
They're
Cruise.
they're both too pretty to get sloppy. They'd
But
be
this
like,
is-
oh,
That's my vote, and I'll tell you why.
Is it the tooth?
The center tooth couldn't possibly win this one.
No, because it's just like every other porn I've ever seen. Some old dude banging a hot chick, and like you're not gonna see Tom's face.
Spoken like a real guy who's watched
They're
the
not
porn.
getting sloppy at all. They're doing the basic B.
Fine, I get to just like focus on Anna Day's or
Her
Mom.
basic package is anyone else's like Supreme Sports package
Vanilla.
plus.
I'm going for the sloppy Elizabeth Hurley, Billy Ray sex. Give me the mess.
If you're Anna de Armas and Tom Cruise,
Don't
I could
you
jump on that
dare.
just for her.
That's
Don't
me.
you dare.
Give it to her.
Yeah, she wins.
She was left out.
upset.
She was left out of the Steve Zahn Award, and she's gonna make up for it with a. God, that is weird though, Tom Cruise. I gotta see.
Do you
it.
think
Ew,
he
I don't
does?
want that.
You think he does his own stunt cock work?
I bet he swings in like risky business and.
No, and he thinks he's like fucking fantastic, and Ana de Armas is like, you fucking wish you were Mission Impossible in the
Yeah.
bedroom.
Katie Holmes left his ass.
You know,
He's a
Katie
nice
Holmes is a whole girl. Take those old records off the shelf. Yeah.
He's skinnier than she is. It's just like a bunch of elbows and assholes
There's a
bumping
bunch of
into each
hair
other.
flying everywhere.
She's fresh off of John Wick, and he's Mission Impossible 9. You kidding me? They're rock hard. Here's a fun one. Sexual trend of the year. Oh, these are good nominees. Hamstering. When a dude lays face down on a car with a sunroof to get sucked on like a bottle in a hamster cage. Works through the side window if you're tall enough.
love this.
Okay.
Shallowing. Similar to edging for dudes, you stick to the shallow end of the pool and resist the temptation for penetration. No fornication, for goodness sake. Castlecore, basically cosplay, where everything is medieval, very popular in Britain. It's more than just throwing on a corset. They get into it and make dungeons go full tilt. Biscuit was way ahead of it. He called this 24 months ago, brought up urethral sounding, and now here it is. Common is the everyday man, just up for a crunchy for sexual trend of the year. This is finding random things to stick in your dick hole. Popular items have been stir straws, those little plastic swords, darts, batteries, magnets. You get the idea. It's hamstring for me.
Oh, I mean,
That is the best sexual trend.
although I'm intrigued about urethral sounding, don't get me wrong. It's a hands
Put a pin in that.
down hamstring for me.
Hands down.
Yes,
hamstring.
It is.
clear. It's basically like having on a milking table, but like through the sunroof.
It's
like
you're
it's
exactly right.
fucking
Milking
amazing.
table in a car.
A milking table to go. Now that
It
sounds
is.
On
That's
the
exactly
go,
what it is.
Hamstring is the winner for me.
Just,
like a food truck.
just the visual is like hilarious.
God, I would love to see Tyler's legs like dangling off the fucking side.
If it's a car, I'm touching hands and feet on the ground.
No, I want you planking on the
Yeah,
top.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
your legs
planking,
are
but I'm
going
still
out.
touching too. Like I'm that long, bro. Tarantula.
I like it. So
a
hamstring.
hamstring's a
I
clear
mean,
winner.
not that your opinion matters, but what would you say?
You think you
Castle
would-
core.
Castle core?
Castle core sounds fucking fun, man.
You could get behind some castle core. It's-
And-
there's a
Oh,
reason
yeah.
it's popular.
Tyler's also had a thing about medieval titties and like the whole
It is.
corset situation.
Yeah.
Like the Renaissance fair when I was a child changed my life a little bit, but
a lot of fishnets going on there.
and bustiers.
They
But
shove those boobies up to your chin, and Tyler's probably like, "My God."
But I could just see Castle Core being like a real business hit, you know, museum by
For
day
sure.
for the kids, and then by night it's just like whipped chips and dips.
It's a nice runner-up.
Who doesn't love that?
One of my personal favorite categories, Unsolicited Doc Pick. Here are the nominees for Documentary of the Year. Scamanda. That was good. They also made a show out of it. Interesting. Part 3 of Natalia Speaks. I was all over that thing. God, that was so weird.
Yeah.
Kept my attention the whole way through. It got weirder every time, and they put an exclamation point with that season 3. Implosion on Hulu. About all the red flags and mistakes made by billionaire Stockton Rush, who killed himself and 4 others trying to MacGyver his own submarine to make the Titanic wreck a tourist attraction. There's been like 3 documentaries this year out, including one that just came out the other day on Netflix, none of which are quite as good as this one called Implosion on Hulu. Trainwreck, Astro World. Loved the first Trainwreck about the with 1999 Woodstock. That was so great.
Very well done.
Their follow-up to that was Astroworld about
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. It
and all that.
delivered. I actually have been
It
watching
did.
that recently.
Whew, that was tough too. I'm extremely claustrophobic, and I have had compression asphyxiation
Ugh.
at concerts, and like that is hard to watch. That is a thing. I don't think it was quite as good as the first Trainwreck, but I was into that. And then the Antisocial Network that came out last year, that was strong. And I just watched that piece by piece. The Pharrell Lego documentary, it was good. I enjoyed it. Deserved the nomination. There's also a Rad documentary. We saw that as well and caught it in the theater. That was really good. My vote is Natalia Speaks or this implosion.
It's Natalia.
Man, that was
If you
gripping.
take the time to even get involved, tell me you didn't finish, because I watched the show and then I was like, pause. I need to watch the documentary, and I went deep into that documentary. I watched every single episode just because you
Stranger
start to
than
think to get
fiction.
it all figured out. It gets more fucked up and more people are involved and everything turns around and you're just like, what the fuck is going on with this group of people? And how does it keep getting worse?
There were
And-
more twists than Tiger King. Like it was
true. So you had to keep watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want
And
it.
the characters,
but I had
that
to.
Michael Barnett was like, oh my
They're-
God.
It's like trying to figure out who is the craziest of crazy.
Stranger than fiction.
That is
and
why.
couldn't
But
get
that's
enough
what
of it.
documentaries are for, that capture just like the WTF moments.
Yeah.
It really was like,
this is
and it was like Tiger King level of like,
Oh my
holy
God.
shit, what am I watching?
Yeah,
Like,
it was hard not to continue that story.
binged on that. I was late for that party, but binged.
Right.
And
I was
the,
late on it too, but got sucked in Natalia's world.
That part 3 came out this year. Give it to Natalia Speaks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
not my vote. My vote's for Red. Obviously, Bell Allen's the man. But
Aw.
I will
Bill.
go ahead and
You are partial to Round.
I'm
of
partial.
course.
But you're not disappointed by it.
I'm not disappointed.
You get,
I understand why. they
Tyler
won.
got some secondhand Natalia, let me tell you, and like he got.
I got
called.
into it. Surprisingly, no scroll.
no scroll.
No scroll.
No scroll.
Got his attention. Let's end on meme of the year. Last year was Chick-fil-A Sauce Girl taking the crown from Wingstop. And this year, we were certain Hawk Tua was going to be far away the winner here. And still should be. But the potato, Last of Us, I'm going to be a dad, Doug Heffernan memes need to be considered. 'Cause this
100%.
thing is not dying. It's still going.
It's
The
still
show
going.
isn't even going anymore, and this is still going.
Uh-huh.
When I saw Bella Ramsey as the queen, King of Queens,
James.
Kevin James meme, I lost it. I was like, I haven't even seen this. I haven't seen any of what this
The part
meme
to
is
show.
from.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it. I mean, I know that it's going to be a dad only
I
because
remember-
it was showed so much.
Yeah.
But I cried out laughing. I almost felt
Great.
bad. I also wanted to send it to like everyone I knew at the same time, just because it fits so well.
Yeah.
Poor Bella. I mean, does not deserve. the
No,
hate
she
This
doesn't.
person
She
is
doesn't
getting.
deserve the hate.
It is awful. Like
It
so
truly
terrible.
is.
This
Any
is me.
press
I'd
is
be
good
like,
press.
oh my god. But if I saw someone do me as Kevin James that well, I'd be like, God damn, that's good.
Even the nomination for Cringe of the Year, not necessarily on her. It's more the
No.
writing.
It's
She's
not
the
her
actor.
fault.
It's not
Yeah,
her fault.
exactly.
Like that's what was written.
But the person that took the time to put her as Kevin James and King of Queens, you deserve this award.
You're right.
You deserve this award. Whoever you are out there, you know that you did it. You created the gold.
But you
and
know-
it's the greatest thing I've seen this year.
I want the Hawk Tua documentary, the rise
My
and fall
God.
of Hawk Tua,
The
because that
15 minutes rise and fall
that
of
was-
Hawk Tua.
her 15 minutes was 15 hours. That was going so hard. I mean, she had the show, the podcast, the coin.
It
and then
rose and fell so fast. I'm-
She was using the money she was making
To animal
donating,
shelters
giving
and-
it away to
Oh,
animal
yeah.
shelters. And she thought this was a means to do more of that. Said yes to, with the wrong people, and now
Oh.
she
Burnt
her
to the ground.
her brand is toast, and no one has any.
It's a
interest in-
sad lesson
It's
to
sad.
learn.
Sad.
For sure. And
She flew too
unfortunate
close to
for
the
her.
sun.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
We all do it. Now she'll learn and maybe won't make this mistake the next time.
well,
Just don't fuck with people's money, and when it comes to crypto and things like that,
Yeah.
just back off that.
gotta-
If you're not a licensed
yeah.
Yeah,
financial
it's just not your
advisor,
lane.
don't
You know,
fucking do it.
don't jump in that fast.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna pull on that thing.
Oh, I've never seen someone blow up and be erased so fast in my life.
But the universal love for her because of the beads joke and the spitting
she
little
was
wiener.
great. Everyone like loved to love her, you know?
It's been done and over for a while, but still, if you look at the year in a totality.
No, that deserves a bit because she created. Like,
in 5 years from now, we'll be like, you remember Hawk Tua? When that was a thing? You'll be like, God, I remember that. You will remember that in 5 years.
Everyone remember who spit on that thing.
I don't even remember her name, Haley something, but like.
Haley Welch.
Haley Welch, yeah. I won't remember that in 5 years, but I'll remember the spitting on that thing.
I remember spitting on that.
Yeah.
thing.
I'll never.
My God, Roy, he was immortal.
He was immortal. I mean, is there any other ones, any other memes you could think of that even deserve to be in the conversation?
No.
It's been a good Crunchies. I really do feel good about it.
Yeah.
We always put on a good, well-rounded show.
Congratulations to all the winners.
See you at the after party.
Hey, before we go, it's been 6 years and 200 episodes.
Woo.
Have just a quick little 60-second game just to see how well you know your own show.
Surprise game?
Quick surprise game. It's our 200th
Tyler.
episode. Come on.
Oh, I'm going to keep tally on this.
Just a quick little four or five questions. This will change before the month is over, but as of this recording, how many celebrity guests have come on Something Crunchy more than once? How many wear the two-timers jacket?
6.
Tyler says 6. Blair.
3,
It's 5.
4. Shit.
Tommy, Billy, Brad, Larry, and TJ. It's TJ Miller, Tommy Chong, Billy O'Leary, Brad Williams, and Larry Hankin. Tyler was closer. That's going to work. Which celebrity has canceled on us or ghosted us most behind the scenes? Schneider.
Fred Schneider.
Fred Schneider of the B-52s is correct. That has happened 3 or 4 times over 6 years.
Oh.
If someone ever stands this up, it's called getting Schneider.
It's called getting. He's been stuck in the love shack.
He
this
really
whole
has.
time.
And that's such a shame because I love Fred Schneider. After Arizona, which state do we have the most listeners? Texas, New York, or California?
California.
California.
California is correct. How many Emmy Award-winning guests have appeared on your podcast? Not nominated, hardware-holding winners.
Ooh,
Tough.
that's tough.
It is tough.
That's a tough.
And I was way wrong. I thought we had a bunch.
I'm going to say
We didn't.
3.
2.
2 is correct. Jeremy Piven and
Piven.
Jay Kogan. Several have been nominated, and others have been on shows which have won big time. Peter Friedman on Succession, TJ Miller on Silicon Valley, Billy O'Leary, Home Improvement, Carson Holmes and Ozark, all of our Simpsons guests, Friends guests, Seinfeld guests. I thought Joe Mantegna won an Emmy on
I
his
was
own,
thinking.
but it was a Tony he won.
Of course.
Ha. Last one. Which movie features the most crunchy guests in one ensemble?
Hold on.
That's a good question.
There's a single movie that has more crunchy
That
guests.
has multiple crunchy guests.
Multiple movies with multiple crunchy guests, same with shows, but there's one that has 4.
Damn.
It's going to take a second.
Yeah, in a movie too.
It's a movie.
French lick.
90s or
Indian.
2000s?
2000.
All right, that helps.
So the Pauly Shore movie.
It's not. It's The Goods. Live Hard, Sell Hard. With Jeremy Piven, David Koechner, Brian Callen, and TJ Miller.
Oh, I
David
love
Koechner,
it.
Team Butthole.
Team Butthole.
Oh,
Pumped to have him put on his two-timers jacket soon, too. If you're not following us on TikTok, it's Something Crunchy. What's the matter with you? Get involved and find us on Facebook as well. It's definitely the highest grade memes in the city. See those red hair?
I see them.
Don't forget to check out somethingcrunchy.com where you'll find every episode, our links on social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. All episodes can be found at somethingcrunchy.com and on all podcast platforms. Thank you for listening.